Ms. Denise Phua.
So there are 22 special education or SPED schools in Singapore, catering to about 7,000 students with moderate to high support needs. Government has invested both resources, manpower, funds to this sector, and many of us are grateful. There are three compelling reasons why it is time for SPED schools to be elevated, to be uplifted, to be more prepared for the future. One, it's the incredulous pace at which technology has changed lives at home, at work, and out in the community. Two, the need for better education outcomes. The prognosis of SPED graduates is not as positive as expected, in spite of more MOE funding, more MOE controls, more pay, and more seconded MOE mainstream principals and teachers. We need a breakthrough in the SPED education system for higher return in the form of physical wellness, literacy, numeracy, community living, and independent living skills as a result of the SPED education career. Three, the need to continue learning for life and throughout life is even more critical and urgent for students with special needs. But SPED school graduates literally stop learning after they leave the school gate. In a complex and rapidly digital VUCA world, government must facilitate the transit of SPED schools to become better schools for the future. Let me propose 5 features. 1. SPED schools of the future must be scoped to cover lifelong learning, to learn for life and to learn throughout life. Special education can no longer be about front-loading content in the first 18 years of one's life. Learning must extend beyond 18 to avoid the falling off the cliff with no hope of any more education. 2. SPED schools of the future must be masters of their mission. No lip service to SPED basics like person-centered planning, individual education planning, and other aspects of disability-specific curriculum, pedagogy, and assessment. SPED schools must become truly schools without walls and strongly facilitate learning at home, in the community, at the workplace, and care facilities, just in time, self-paced, appropriately paced, bite-sized, with repositories of learning resources which are easily accessible. 3. SPED schools of the future must develop strong thought leadership and practice to the extent that it can guide and inform the support of students with special education needs in the mainstream schools, in MOE schools. In education systems elsewhere, educations with strong expertise in SPED are better regarded and even better paid. Singapore has only begun its journey in building expertise in special education. With 80% of students with special education needs in Singapore's mainstream schools, SPED schools can become the precious resource to uplift them. To reach this leadership position, NIE, the National Institute of Education, the mothership that now trains special educations, will need to upgrade and update its current service model. Set up a special education academy for that. 4. SPED schools of the future should be led not just by MOE, but by a SPED leadership council at the national level, comprising many strong helping hands, with members who can represent the ecosystem of special education, government, disability and education experts, family representatives and industry. They should be trusted. Schools that they should not be managed in a cookie-cutter way. They should be trusted to deliver according to the outcomes agreed upon. SPED schools of the future should not be micromanaged, and those who are competent and have a proven track record should be given more autonomy and space to innovate, to experiment, and to break new grounds, just as how MOE has allowed for autonomy of schools and IHLs in the mainstream. And lastly, SPED schools of the future must actively partner and unskill family caregivers in the education of their students, of the children. Parents or caregivers will play an active role in the education of their own children. They will not wait till when they or their children become much older to worry about their unpreparedness for life or life after the parent's death. So in conclusion, sir, it is time to uplift Singapore's SPED schools to the next level. The time is now.